yo, I just heard your name in the Cameron Mase battles.
It's just right at it.
It's just right at it. Like, what happened? Yeah, like, yeah. I know everybody want to know what you feel about that.
I mean, I don't really feel too much about it. When I first heard about it, you know what I'm saying? It was like, and I heard he had said my name, Mase.
Right.
You know, I was like, whatever to that. But I didn't think too much of it, but I see it's caught fire. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, Cam is my brother, and he's like a real Harlem dude through and through. And you know, people think because you from Harlem, you a Harlem dude. Mm-hmm. There's a mentality that comes with a Harlem dude. You know what I'm saying? And him and I have a similar mentality. We grew up together, and as it relates to rap and it comes to battles, the way we would ever judge something would be like, you got to say it fly, but it has to be true. You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
no lies. It
just, you know, it does. If anyone could say something, you know, but if it's not true, it shouldn't hold no weight.
Yeah.
So when I heard what Mase had said, I knew directly that what he said about me wasn't true. So it made me think everything he said wasn't true. So to me, that's over. But I come from a world where, you know, I have these morals, I have these principles, and the rest of the world doesn't share them. And sometimes I get ridiculed for my morals and principles. So I don't expect people to get the truth so much. They don't even mind being lied to. But then when I heard Cam's and he came back, I was like, damn, he went kind of hard. You know, just because everything that I heard was true. You know, he talked about the stuff with his sister, the stuff with Leutch, and maybe like that's the dude from Riverside Church. So I think a lot of what Cam said might have went over everyone that's not from Harlem's head, but if you know Harlem, you know what that means. And, you know, I thought about the minister dialogue, stuff. Yeah. And Cam and I, after Mase chose the religious route, we didn't really feel, based on what he was saying, that he was being so truthful about his position, and that scared us. So, you know, we'd be like, what about Mason? If he'd come up, be like, man, you know, that nigga's robbing God. You know what I'm saying? So we, karmically, having any part of that would be something that, you know, forget perception and people.
Right. If you're going to talk about karma, that's real karma.
Well, you just can't, like, you can't trick people into giving, like, using religion is what a lot of people do. Right. And I'm not saying he do it or don't, but I'm just saying the fact that he's
But if it's real, you got to stay on your square.
Well, what I'm saying, you're going to be saying you're religious, and then in rhymes, you sound completely opposite. Then one of that is a con. Either you con in the street or you con in your... So that's how we've always looked at it. So when I heard it, I just was like, it's just Mase doing Mase. And what it really made me think, to be honest, just based on my experience in the music business, Cam must be on fire right now. He must be blazing if someone thinks that because of the fact that they have a rap about another man, that they could go and it's going to bring them like... So I felt like on a business level, it was all business for Mase.
Yeah.
But then when I heard Cam hit back, I said he must just be having fun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know Cam
seemed like it was more jokes. Like,
well, you got to think Cam got a lot going on. Yeah. So he's touring.
Right.
He got an album out. You know, he's still actually like, he's an older dude, but he's still just as crispy as the younger cats.
Right.
And the reason why is because he never compromised. He never did nothing corny. So me and Cam got the same realization at the same time. We were like, this whole business is corny. We don't want nobody putting... And you got to think, Cam got movies coming out that he's produced, that he's acted in. He's done legendary stuff. He got a liquor, he got a sneaker, he got his music.
Shoes is tight too.
I mean, I can't... And it's all independent. So I don't see how anyone could really diss him right now. Like, at that age, I would suggest that most rappers sit down. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I sat down. Like, I don't want to do this no more. But Cam is not just like the rap part is for fun. It's like when Ice Cube raps. You know what I'm saying? You guys get money and they do movies. They get money doing others. I've seen Cam living a very comfortable life. But it's funny the way the world works. Like when someone's doing good, like me, for example, you know, for the last 12 years, people have been saying I'm broke, right? But I own Rachel Roy, which has been a $50 to $75 million company. Every single year they said I was broke. But for some reason, they want black people to think a black man is broke just because he's independent. So the main people saying I'm broke is black people. And the only reason why it's been put into the world in that way is because I'm a black man that went independent. No one could really digest the fact that I walked away from music, but it's like, just because I'm not a part of something that's perceived as big where no one makes any money, and I'm actually doing something on my own, and it's not urban, because I wasn't eating off urban. Rachel Roy is fashion. no one wants to acknowledge how much of a status
and
that.
They were saying the same thing when you did Black Rock.
Yeah, when I did Black Rock.
Yeah.
When, or think about this,
Bro, when
right?
I talked to you about that,
think about this. I've had, like, somebody has a record deal, and they'll get office space in a building in Universal, an office, or, you know, I had galleries was my office, bigger than any office. You know, I was putting out all this music, Wiz Khalifa and Currency and Jay Electronica, and I had a television network. Like, I really revved it up. If you really think about what a record company should have been, I was doing that.
Real tastemaker stuff.
I was doing it in 2009.
Yeah.
So you were gonna walk. You didn't walk into an office. You walked into a building. You saw art on one floor, you saw music downstairs, and then you had the office on the next. I had a 3-level, 10,000 square foot joint in the middle of the most expensive real estate in Harlem. I mean, sorry, in Tribeca. In New York. It was 2,000 per square foot in Tribeca, right, when I was there. Yeah. And I couldn't believe that someone that has a job or has an office that on a floor that someone gave them, and I'm paying $100,000 a month, plus owning the 75. Like, I was doing the music at that time for fun. I even look at, like, how they carry, like, a guy like Ray Lewis. The biggest enemy of Ray Lewis is black people. But I know Ray Lewis, right? So I heard him say he was snitching. So I did a little, I knew him. I was like, nah, I know he testified. But he didn't tell on nobody. He ended up doing more time than everybody else. But you got black people saying he's snitching. And then with the football player, I know it might have been a contradiction for him to say, I'm not going to kneel and meet. But he was the only guy that tried to give homeboy a job. And then what I seen him personally do is, you know, come and give jobs and seminars about how to get jobs in different markets. Like, you know, and then there's a lot of other moves that he's making that people don't know. And I'm like, why they got black people disrespecting another strong black man? And it made me mad because I said, I know exactly what that is.
Mental illness, man.
But I was like, I know exactly what, because they do the same thing to me. And then I look at the battle with Cam, I was like, you know what? No matter what Cam say, that negative voice is going to be the loudest. To me, it ain't no way that someone could say that Cam lost, because everything Cam said was true and he's rolling. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's just me. Maybe I'm not objective, but I was like, no matter what, because he's doing so well, our own culture is always going to try to knock somebody down some way, shape, or form. Right. So, you know, I thought it was entertaining. I thought it was great that that Cam even responded the next day for the love of the sport, because he doesn't have to. You know what I'm saying? And I thought the rap was kind of dope, but, you know, that's just me, because I know that everything resonated with me because it was true. And then when I saw certain people's responses, I was like, that's funny. I know how that is to be winning and people try to make you look like you're losing, so I understood it. But that's what comes with being independent. Right. What I want people to understand, and they really don't believe me. I read the Bible when I was young because my mother made me, right? And what I learned, because I looked at it as like metaphorically, like I looked at it like, what this taught me was, when you tell the truth, even God's son, they gonna hang you on a cross. If you're a person that wants to tell people and do things good for people, you're gonna get persecuted. And don't trust men, because whoever you look, if you're sitting at a table feeding niggas, one person is always gonna play. And I've looked at life, and it's been exactly like that. Because all I try to do is help people. You know what I'm saying? But I get knocked for it. And I do it where I don't get paid for it. I do it just because I want other people to do. I don't do it as a business model. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not how I make my bread.
You're trying to make money off.
Actually, when I do it, I'll tell an artist I'm making money off of how to do it on his own. Right. And then you get Jay-Z and Kanye and Kevin Hart and Lee Daniels and Rachel Roy and Cameron. Like, I actually kill my own money by making you smart. With somebody else, and this is what I don't like about the music business, is they all know what to tell you so you could do it on your own, but they don't. And then you kiss their ass because you feel good that they're robbing you, making you money, but making money off you, and you don't mind. When I started to tell people stuff, it wasn't to make money off of it. Actually, it killed my business. I said, you don't need me, Jay. Go do it on your own. Just leverage your own celebrity. And I thought maybe certain people would do the right thing, but maybe they didn't. But, you know, after that, after a hustler knows to connect, he always cuts out the middleman, and that's what you're supposed to do. Yeah. And I've been a middleman my whole life that introduces you to the plug. You understand what I'm saying?
Connecting people, right.
And that's what most people don't. The people that everyone praises and the people that everyone think are doing good are the people that aren't going to teach you. all they're gonna do is make money off you. All they're gonna do is make you pay them.
People showing off, flossing on you, acting as if.
So that's how. Yeah. So
they just did their thing. They just knew.
But I did think it was hilarious. But I love the fact that Cam's still rolling. Big shout out to him, Harlem. You know, he got his sneaker coming out. It's out. He got his pink liquor. He got everything. I got liquor. He got. You know, we all do that. That's what we do.
Said Red went over there and bought like 3 pairs.
Right? And it ain't that many out there neither. You know, so that's really really good. But you know, I think what we do is we try to make ourselves franchises. You know, where we're like, I call it the octopus, right? Because the octopus head and there's 8 legs.
Absolutely.
And at any time, you could cut one of them shits off and another one will grow back. So we always have our own octopus head.
That's a detailed chapter in Culture Vocals.
Yeah, and I have, you know, but look at everyone else. That's how they do it. I showed
the
them
smartest
how to
analogy
do it.
on how to do it and do multiple things at the same time.
Yeah.
What's happening? This is the big homie Kenyatta. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube page. And if you haven't already, hit the notification so you can get an alert each and every time our hip hop motivation videos come up. And also, thank you for your support. Peace and blessings.
This week on DDN.
So while you work out, you're not diabetic?
Continuing the debate between David Kane and Layla Africa, traditional versus non-traditional doctors.
Just throw it in the
Can
muscle.
I ask a question?
This is your show, bro.
But I'm just saying.
You can ask me to lead.
We believe that connected devices like these kinds
CEO Jeff Dutchess teaches us how to track your diabetes using OneDrop.
can transform healthcare today.
So you're about to make a quiche without crust?
Raquel makes a delicious breakfast frittata.
Yep.
All right.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
So good. Being in love with someone that loves the same thing you love.
And entrepreneurial life with special guest Linnell Jackson.
And we get to create the things that we love. And that's what we monetize.
For the full episode, check out our YouTube channel and dame-studios.com.
Listen, for mad years I walked around with my neck looking like a Nestle Crunch bar. I had to do something about it. What I found is that a razor bump is nothing but an ingrown hair that curls into the skin and causes the skin to become enlarged or inflamed, making it look like a bump. But it's not a pimple. It's a hair that grows into the skin causing inflammation. You have to remove that hair, and then you have to use yourself a nice skin astringent, something that can do the trick, something that can get rid of those razor bumps. So what did I create? Bump Assassin, organic skin astringent. To order your own bottle of Bump Assassin, go to hiphopmotivation.bigcartel.com.
When you writing a book, Dave?
I'm writing. I also have a book. You know, I have a book called Culture Vultures. Yeah,
What's it called?
It's called Culture Vultures. I did. Have you ever looked at the hip hop motivations that I do?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, me and Kenyatta did a book, and it's already written. He wrote it. We done with it, and I'm also giving it out in different ways. So it's gonna be an auditory experience as well.
It's a series. The Fashion Game. Culture Vultures, the book. In business, Dame is a guy that's worn many hats.
Yo, you can either think of a master plan or get mastered by somebody else's plan. Check it. As a barber, one of the most important life lessons I learned is to never do anything without seeing the ending result first. Before I understood the value of seeing results, I used to waste a lot of time sometimes doing double work because I didn't have a vision of where I was going. Then I started taking consultations more serious by not even turning on my clippers until I had a clear understanding of the result my client was planning to see. And in turn, it became easier to achieve the style they wanted to see in half the time. Real talk, the most successful barbers and beauticians are the ones that see the ending results before they start any service. Write this down. Before making any moves, know where you're going. Deciding from thoughts of being sick and tired of something, starting something, or admiring something can be the emotions that fuel change. Because write this down. Emotion leads to passion, passion leads to action, and action leads to results. Word up. Question: what's the #1 killer of dreams? If you said fear, you're wrong. Fear is on the list, but it's not the number one killer. The number one killer of dreams is comfort. The comfort of a good paying job or in an active relationship can seduce us for many years into the rhythm of accepting things without making any moves to change, further numbing us into a state of zombie-like passiveness. Write this down. Passiveness will cause your dreams to pass you by.
Dash thing. Nah, I don't want to chill out, bruh. You know what I want to do? Believe in yourself. Build your own personal wealth. Then that becomes personal health. Think I'm rhyming. How about that?
Everything go down here. Just gotta, know what I mean, be a little smart.
I see you grooving right now, dude.
I was in my groove.
I started daydreaming. I started thinking about something.
I'm a musician.
Yeah, exactly.
I like to spend all kinds of money. I like the dollar, I like the euro, I like the pound, I like the franc pause, I like the yen.